Hi everyone, John back again for some more classical blitz playing jamming on a Sunday. We were here 7 days ago, and make no mistake, we'll be here 7 days from now. We're also currently here, so it's like past, present, and future. We will be blitzing, listening to some awesome, funky, upbeat, classical selections. And yeah, these selections are even more funky and upbeat than usual. So that's our theme today. Hopefully it'll translate across to over the board, or as much over the board as an online game can be. Without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into it. And yes, I did practice that intro like all the other intros as well. But 769 days is our streak. Play 3 minutes is our tool of the trade. Be interesting and exciting to see who we're going to get. We have somebody called DAC010, 2279 from Ukraine. D4, Knight C6, classic mechanics, E5. And yeah, this game has already equalized. Like the old move, I used to think Bishop to B4, a time machine move. How can you go wrong with a time machine move? But instead we're going to go Knight E7, Knight G6, Bishop C5 and just develop. Play according to the position. We're going to try to prove these pawns are overpushed. And yeah, speaking about great chess tips like we just were, do check out our the brand new newsletter I've just uploaded to the Planet Chess Coaching website, planetchesscoaching.com.au/newsletters, newsletter 13. Now he's got Bishop E3, and that's the great thing about having this dark square bishop. He either has to concede and double his pawns, or leave it there where it cuts the board in two. If he castles on the king side and our dark square bishop is there, it's already x-raying through to his king. But of course, when he challenges us, we're going to double his pawns. The classic reinforcement music. Lots of different things happening at the same time. Speaking about that, Planet Chess Coaching Newsletter 13 has all night hilarious jokes on it. So, which knight always gave up in chess no matter what? Surrender. Which knight always seemed outnumbered on the battlefield no matter what he did? Surrounded. And which knight always liked to check things out really carefully before initiating any sort of attack? Surveillance. But yeah, here, or that reminds me actually, if one cow was playing chess with another cow, and they wanted to check things out before initiating an attack, they'd call that a stakeout. But just before we kind of initiate an attack, we have to place our pieces in perfect squares, in holes, right, where they can't be kicked out. This G3 square is such a square. Knights have horsepower, let's jump straight in. And we do have to be careful about knight takes h4, removing the guard. As long as our queen is here, we can renew the guard, right? So that's fine. e4. So we're going to go a5 and challenge that directly. Now we're going to go queen to f6. And we're just like building up our pieces. b6. There's no weaknesses. It's sure, it's on the one hand it's going to be hard for us to get in, but on the other hand it's going to be hard for the opponent to get in as well, right? So that's what we want. Let's cast on the queen side because it's impossible for him to break through. Queen e7, and we do have to speed up. So this is our cue, the reinforcement music. We're gonna go rook here, and we're gonna go f5. Now he wants to shut that down. That's okay. Here, rook here. So we're gonna do it in a different way. We just have to improvise often when we play chess. We're gonna double rooks this way, and we're gonna check him this way, and we're gonna go challenging his knight this way. It takes. Be nice to get there. Here, knight takes, and we're gonna go queen there. We don't fear any sort of queen check shenanigans because we are just hiding in the corner, right? And if we get a3, we have a very good game. queen g3 as well is incoming. So our queen has much more mobility, and our king is safer. That's our argument. Here, king here. And we can't take that pawn, of course, because it's defended, but we're just going to charge our pawn. Here, yeah, that's fine. Because now he's going to be tied up with a pawn, and he can't defend these pawns in the center. Take, and push, make a queen. It's probably a good strategy to go after the pawns first, but he resigned anyway. Just in case we did run out of time, then the game would be a draw. But it was a very nice finish. The queen endgame was quite instructive as well. See, what you want in any kind of queen endgame is king safety. You don't want to be checked forever and lose all your pawns. And you want ways to infiltrate. So you want ways to come in, and you want to keep your opponent's queen out, of course. And that's basically what we did there. Let's check the game review. Yes, I am thinking about buying a book on the Evans Gambit, actually. I know the Evans Gambit, but...
Nice win. You outplayed them in the endgame.
Some tricks. But yeah, here we played 88.6% accuracy. 25-15 performance rating, not bad for a first warm-up. I'll take it. It is going to be hard to top that, of course, but let's check out the next game. And it is very dramatic, so cue the awesome dramatic music. We're playing Kamifumi, 2252 from Canada, and he's using my own weapon against me. I feel like Harry Potter, you dare use my spells against me? The Nibswitch defense. Knight c6, so I'm going to turn this into a white lion. Here, yeah, that's fine, dude. Bishop e2. A knight f3 in this castle. Here, f4 was an idea, but we have to be a little bit careful. F4 is just a little bit loose in situations like this. But yeah, we're definitely going to go b4. Classic time machine move. And we're going to go a4 as well. Our threat is bigger than your threat. Here we were threatening to trap the bishop. Now he's threatening to just win a pawn, so of course we have to stop that, or can we play queen b3? I think queen b3. And if pawn takes pawn, knight g5. Yeah, like sometimes you just have to go for it instantly. He has shut down that possibility, of course. But now, is knight h4 an idea? Probably not. Here, knight d2 first, then knight h4. Sometimes you just have to go for it when your opponent has weaknesses. Here, black is very weak on the a2 to g8 diagonal. So now, are they weak on that diagonal? Potentially not, but I'm wondering if we can just go knight c4. Sack a pawn in the center, open up some lines. Get rid of this annoying dark square bishop. So he doesn't want that, that's fine. So d4, but he's giving us a tempo to kick the bishop. So let's kick the bishop. If he takes this way, I'm going to take this way. And just open up lines for my pieces. Your pieces need open lines. That is in any chess strategy book ever. Is b6 an idea? I'm going to go b6 and then I'm going to take it to center. So I'm basically arguing that my e-pawn is worth less than his e-pawn. It's a bit weird. How would you measure e-pawns? I don't know. Pawn takes knight. He can go pawn takes 9, but then I guess I have pawn takes pawn. That is, I'm getting my threats in first, see? And do I have check and take the rook? I do have check and take the rook. Sack the knight, take the rook. And here, I'm going to go here, and am I just promoting and just winning the game easily? First, I'm checking, saving my bishop. Why not? Getting your king to run up. Yeah, that was an excellent game as well. It was really a preachment on opening up lines. So why it's so good to keep open lines when your opponent hasn't castled. And creating bigger threats as well. I bet that game topped the first game, but let's see. Maybe not.
Nice win. You built that lead and ran with it. GG.
81.5, yeah. Slightly less, but that's okay. I'm here. A win is a win is a win is a win. And remember, that's a classic chess saying, you don't have to play perfect chess to beat your opponent, you just have to play better chess than your opponent does. Here, Instructive though. Let's see who we're going to get in our third game. And do check out our Facebook page as well. If you're on Facebook, type Player Chess Coaching. And also check out our new tournament coming up at the end of August. It'll be really fun. It's unrated for under 18s, but it offers lots of prizes. And it's kind of a gateway into more serious chess. So if ever you've wanted to play in competition chess, but you've kind of shied away from the phenomenon where if you drop a 20-cent coin on a carpet, you'd hear it playing over the board tournament chess, then this tournament is definitely for you. But what's happening here? Who do we have? We have Dan Luck Trading, 2294 International. So Dan Luck Trading, that sounds like it could be a training academy. Who knows? Knight D2. So I better be careful, I guess. Knight C4, and this is the idea. When we trade off queens in positions like this, we always want to go Knight C4 and Bishop E3. Like, B5 wouldn't have worked because I would go Bishop E3 and hit their bishop. And it's just building up your setup. This is a classic Lion's Yawn, of course, where the queens come off early. And we're just building up. Knight H3, the knight is not destined to stay there. So don't worry, all you chess purists out there. Knights on the rim are dim. This knight is flexible. He's coming in. Knight F2. Here, this position, he's probably threatening bishop takes knight and bishop takes bishop, removing the guard. So we're going to just trade. And yeah, here, I'm going to go king c2. Followed by knight e3 probably. And this knight back to f2. And just build up a position. It's a position where if I know it better than my opponent, then I have an advantage, right? Knight e3. Rook takes. It's going to go rook in the center. I'm going to go rook in the center. And it, like, at worst, it has to be equal. Yeah, knight f2. If he goes a3, I'm going to go b4. Time machine move, kick out his knight. Good luck protecting that a pawn long term, buddy. But of course he didn't do that, so is rook d4 an idea? I think rook d4 is an idea. Throw it into double, get the classical pawn center happening, and boot out his knight. Yeah, so he didn't take me, so let's double the rooks. And now this knight is covering here, that's fine. Here, I'm just going to trade rooks. Get rid of the rooks, keep it simple. And, of course, we can't go there, but I'm going to go f4. That's the advantage of this knight. It actually protects a lot of key squares. And now I'm going to go... No, I can't do that. b4, though. Take, and go b4. Like, I'm still threatening b4. Let's kick out his pieces and strengthen our own pieces. Especially knights, because they have horsepower, you guessed it. Here. Knight c2, knight d4. Yeah, why not? Knight c2, knight d4. Yeah, this knight is still very useful. It's like, not quite a feeling counter knight, but still, close. Here, after take, c4, king d4 and b5. King d4 and b5. Just prevent him from accessing any critical squares. Here, knight d3. Now we're going to come in. Here, knight there. And h3 and g4. Yeah, he wants to go there, that's fine. h3. Here, we're going to go just here. And we're going to go here. And then we're going to go g4. Take. No one's really making any progress, but at the same time, they're not making progress, right? Here, c5. Take. My king is definitely more active. I think I'm definitely making some progress. Whether or not it's enough to win could be a different story. Here, my king is gonna walk around. Yep. Take. Yeah, this is winning now, yeah. Here, because the thing is now he'll have to give me ground. Oh no, he doesn't. Maybe it's just a draw. This is probably just a draw. Here. Yeah. Oh, maybe not actually. It's interesting endgame. Stalemate. It was probably drawn for ages. In the Time Scramble, I think I would have misplayed it. But that's okay. That's what happens in online chess. If you're running out of time, you might make some mistakes, right? But ultimately, I proved I was a good artist and saved that position. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun for another classical music, classical blitz playing jamming session on a Sunday, and see you guys in 7 days. That is 1 week. John, signing off. Cheers, guys.